lackluster first half for both teams, if we're being real honest here. And then as the half ended, Carson Beck gets injured. Last play of the first half, goes to make a throw and it gets hit with his arm. Not really sure what happened in the moment. We weren't sure what happened. Obviously, there was a lot of attention on him on the ground. There was like 10 people around him. It was like, he was like in a coma or something. I was like, my gosh, did something else happen? But yeah, I mean, I understand the concern for sure. But then obviously he couldn't return. Redshirt sophomore Gunnar Stockton comes in, and the team and the fans just really just rallied behind him. And the team talked about that in halftime as they were coming out. They just wanted to tell him, look, just play. Don't be nervous. We got your back. So that was the mentality going into it. Everybody trying to do their part to step up in the star quarterback's absence. I will give Mike Bobo some credit on this one. Look, I have been very harsh on Mike Bobo, and
No.
rightly so in many instances, but he called a game to really help Gunnar Stockton in this one, to help him gain confidence. A lot of little dump off passes, quick hits, plays designed where if you want to do a quick check down, he could. So I really appreciated that because we really needed that for his confidence. So um, another story, Brett Thorson, the punter, got injured trying to make a tackle in the third quarter here. Unfortunately, has since come out that he is out for the season, so no more. He's not there anymore. If there is a silver lining, it's the fact that the number one punter from the 2024 recruiting cycle is on Georgia's team, Drew Miller. So he'll be taking his place. So we'll see how that goes. Um, let's see. Yeah, at Texas, they missed a couple of field goals as well. That helped us out greatly. So that was nice for momentum. And so, just talking about the attrition and how different positions, are affected. Uh, Beck was the holder, and then obviously he's hurt. Brett Thorson, the punter, was the backup holder. So Gunnar Stockton, the backup quarterback who's come in the game, is also going to be holding for field goal attempts in this game. So just layer upon layer of just wildness. Early in the fourth, speaking of wildness, there was a fake punt, direct snap to Drew Bobo, the backup center, who flipped it to Arian Smith, who picked up the first down on the drive. That was honestly really important in this game. It ate up about 9 minutes, 22 seconds. So huge where we're trying to, obviously, we don't have our star quarterback in. We're really just trying to eat clock and get what points that we can. On that same drive, Arian Smith with a big play, falling on a fumble at the end of that drive to keep possession and get the field goal to go up 16-13. Another player I want to shout out, and this one is Dalen Everett. Two big interceptions for the Dogs. Unfortunately, weren't able to cash in points off of them, but at least we were able to kind of again control the possession there and prevent them from scoring. Gunnar Stockton, his only real mistake of this game was later on the interception where it looked like he was maybe trying to throw the ball out of bounds and just didn't throw it far enough. There was, I mean, nobody really over there to throw it to. So they were able to intercept. Texas had another opportunity at the end of regulation and was able to tie this game up 16 all. So overtime once again for Georgia. It's like if 8 overtimes against Tech wasn't enough, here we go again. So it was like, what is going on here? Um, so we were able to hold Texas to a field goal on their first possession, and then on the Dogs' first possession, tight end Oscar Delp with a couple really huge catches and yards after the catch to really help us out there. So that was really awesome on his part. And then drama, utter drama, as if we hadn't had enough drama so far. Gunnar Stockton takes off up the middle, trying to score a touchdown in dramatic fashion, then just gets absolutely destroyed by
Hmm.
Makuba. His helmet flies off, so he has to sit a play, obviously.
The
So,
slow-mo of his face. I
oh
mean,
my
did y'all
gosh,
watch his face?
Hmm.
I audibly gasped because
yeah.
when he popped up, I was like, there's no way he's okay. They showed that, and he's just like,
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
it was awful.
real time, it's just like two locomotives with no, no slowdown at all, just hitting each other. It was just insane.
I mean, they showed more concern when Carson Beck elbows got hurt, and I'm like, this young
This
man
dude, yeah.
just had his
He got
brain
rocked.
scrambled.
He got rocked.
Yeah. So obviously his helmet flies off. He's got a sit of play. So in comes Carson Beck, who can't even hardly lift his throwing arm. And then
He
on
was
top of
like
this,
this.
I know he's
Yeah.
just like, I'm like, what is going on? Do we not have anybody else who can hand the ball off? I mean, anybody. Or run the Wildcat. I don't know. But and then Chaz Chambliss, a linebacker, lines up as fullback. They hand it off, and then he, attempts to help make a hole. The O line makes just enough of a hole for ETN to run in the winning touchdown and a wild finish to this one. So, a real quick note: just in the two games against Texas this year, the only two Georgia players to score points are Trevor Etienne and Peyton Woodring, the kicker. That's it. That's the only people who've scored points against Texas. But hey, it's enough. So,
Yeah,
Still 2-0 against him. So
there you
yeah,
go.
with all the injuries and stuff, I think winning this game and getting this first round bye was absolutely necessary. I mean, obviously the physical and mental toll been brutal. And so they'll enjoy those. I think it's like, I don't know, 24, 25 days to recover. However many days, it's 20 plus days to recover, so that we are in desperate need of that. Also with Beck out for, I don't, who knows how long, we really don't know at this point, and they're keeping it very coy, as understandable, with that UCL issue in his elbow. I wonder also how much of a must win this game became for Georgia as well, because look what happened last year with FSU when Jordan Travis went out, and the committee was just like, you don't have your starting quarterback, sorry, we're just gonna throw you to the wayside. So, who knows? I think this became a must win for Georgia after that happened as well.